Hey up everybody, right, I thought today I'd do a full length video of this one because I think this isn't going to take me too long at all. If you didn't know it already, I'm Shaun Cunningham. Some people know me as Yorkshire Shaun. This is my new YouTube channel. It's not been on for long, so if you're not subscribing, get subscribing. Right then, and it's a bit cold today, so I've got the heater on these chisels in my hammer because it is literally minus, I think it's -3 up here today. So right, anyway, I'm gonna get you set up on this tripod. We'll get chiseling. 2 secs. This is hammer I like to use. A lot of people don't like to use these, but this is what I've got used to. I can get into chisel from every angle with this. And then these are the chisels that I use. I do believe the Riley chisels, but same again, I've had them that many years, as you can see from the bird ends. But if you look after your chisels and you sharpen them well, they'll serve you well. Right, so how we're going to tackle this one? We've got to look at it first and think, right, best way. Let's try and get rid of some thin details. I'll turn it round to that bit there. Right, and I think we're going to tackle this bit just here. So, in we go. Looking at that wants to come all the way around that, and I were just going to go straight across. But it's a good job I didn't. So, we'll zoom in for you a little bit more. There we go, onto the head. That's a better view for you there, isn't it? It's going to be getting moved about this all the time anyway, so I'll not move the camera too much for you. Make you dizzy. Move the piece around again, make it easier for myself. Follow this edge all the way around. If you do chip it wrong, that's it. You've chipped it wrong. You've messed it up. There's no mistakes when you're doing this. I started doing this, what am I? I'm 44 next, soon, in March. And I've been doing this since I was 16 practically. I sat down watching a stonemason when I was 16. I had a little dabble, but it wasn't until I met Lindsay that I wanted to make her something special. So I tried carving a lens, and then when I'd carved a lens, which took me hours, it took me about 4 hours to do each letter, because I wanted to get it perfect. Because once you mess a letter up, it knocks your confidence back, and once your confidence gets knocked back, you've got to slow down again, because that's what it's about with this. It's about kind of taking your time. There's no mega rush. That's why we don't like doing videos, because you might not be able to see from there, but if I get this light down here, look, it's probably already casting a few shadows. Look, get that back there. Right then, work as way. You can also sometimes, because it's really fine what I do, sometimes really small work. Why is it small work? Because people haven't got much money, have they? They don't want to spend loads of money on stuff. No, we're going to go back in with another run down there just to get it a bit crisper. A bit crisper and smoother. But this is a really rough grit stone, this one. I didn't mean to pick a rough grit stone, but I'm running out of stone at the minute. I like a challenge, so I can still work with it. Just makes it a lot harder for me to work with, that's all. Right, we need to turn that round to there for this next bit, so that I can get right angle all the way up end of his nose here. All the way up here. Sometimes you can go too much and ruin it. You've got to know when to stop with carving. Right, it's this squiggle here I want to try and get now. Here. Good thing about already knocking a stencil in is you're less likely to chip your edges off when you come to doing any chasing like this. A lot of work sometimes is stabbing, where you just stab into stone. Lettering, when you're doing lettering a lot of the time, you do a lot of stabbing into the stone. But for this, you've got to get used to chasing, because it's the only way with this grit stone to get that smoothest edge. We'll turn it round to there now. Sometimes I'd work round stone just for you guys for camera at home, but really hard trying to work around camera and tripod, so it's easier to move stone. That's why I like working on floor as well. A lot of people have a banker and they move round stone on the banker, which is kind of good if you've got a good warm workshop. But I haven't. I've got my van and there ain't room for a banker in my van, so got to work with what you've got, haven't you? Everyone keeps sending me messages saying you need a workshop, you need a workshop, and they're 100% right. I do need a workshop, but you may not know I've just moved house and I'm trying to do a self-build in amongst living with 3 kids and a partner, and then I've got my big van to insure. That's about 1,800 quid a month, a year at the minute. It's probably even more actually. Then I've got my off-roader, my rescue mobile, which I do need. It's kind of a toy, but I pull a recovery trailer with it as well, because I do recover vehicles. So I do need that. Then there's Rogers too, which is backup vehicle, which Lindsay says we don't need, but she knows we do, and that's why we've still got it. Because every time on breaks, everyone jumps in that aisle to surf. It's literally his backup vehicle. Anyway, back to some talk about carving. I forgot where I left off now. You do that when you're carving. You drift off. But that's sometimes what you've got to do. Right, I think we've worked his way around that nicely now. When the light's on there, it will. We're just going to go down there though. I want a little shave straight down this bit here. See that bit? Don't know what it's looking like on camera so far. It's the end finish that makes it come alive though, isn't it? I'm going to give one more round here and all. Let's go a bit deeper. Make it a bit more shinier and smoother on that edge. Trying my best not to go too far and knock any bits off at the middle, but I shouldn't do. If you notice, I use a really big flat chisel all the time for almost everything, because I just really like the way this chisel, there's something about this chisel. I don't know if they make them all fatter and thinner. They probably do, because look, if you look at the edges of these two, you might just be able to see there, the small one is probably actually a bit fatter than the flatter one, so that's probably why I use this chisel so much. Right, we're gonna just go down this bit here now, down his nose, from this side as well, because we're going to do his best, try and keep this little tiny peak just here. And he has, I do believe, got a little tiny bit in his nose just here. So we'll do that. We'll not do too much, because like I said, you can do too much, you can do too far. People try and take all stone away from stuff, and that's one thing I've learned of it years. I started doing it like that, and it is good and it is impressive, but then you learn that once them shadows hit your stone, that's kind of sometimes what it's all about. Lines, shadows. It all comes together at the end. I were going to stab this one, but I'm chasing down this side first. See how it goes. Right. Probably will stab this now. I'm going to move to... Which one is it? I'm going to move to this chisel now, because it's not quite as wide as that one. It's really sharp. See it shine on my sharpness there. I've sharpened these. Sharpened them well. I've sharpened them goddamn well. Some people take the chisels to other people to get them sharpened, but I think that if you're going to be a craftsman, right, why not have a go at a bit of everything? You never know. You might be rubbish at something, but you don't know if you're going to be rubbish at something until you find out if you're rubbish at something. I'm going to have a go at chasing down with this one now, actually, because it's that sharp. Might leave me a better, smoother edge. I think it is doing, innit? Look at that! I don't know if you can see that, but that was a lovely little cut in there, down that one there. So really fine work. Like, anyway, if you missed me say earlier, I could do these a lot bigger and it'd be a lot easier. It'd probably look better, but people aren't going to be able to afford it. People can only just afford these. Like these, I charge £65 each. Unless you're following me, then it's £55. So practically 55 quid to anybody. And they do practically take me an entire morning. Like you're watching this video now, it's already out. I've had to go and find a piece of stone. Then I've had to obviously go and find the Derby logo somewhere on the computer. Then I've had to get it all printed off on stone. By the time you've done all that, you're literally already a few hours in. So like I said, I weren't expecting it to take too long this, because I didn't want to bore everybody too much, but it's not going to take too long. I reckon we're already halfway through. So this one ain't too much of too bad. But then obviously you've got to remember as well the piece of stone. Piece of stone on itself is worth £20 because this stone here, it's going for £130 a square metre. So if you work out in meterage, just a piece of stone, and it's had to come out of a big piece of stone as well. I've had to chop it out of a bigger piece of stone and have a little bit of waste as well. So like I said, this piece of stone, it's come out probably costs £20 as well. So when I'm doing these for 55 quid, even if you take 3 hours, which from start to finish I reckon they do. What's that? I'm not really paying myself much more than £12 an hour, am I? So there's not a lot of money in this, guys, and that is why people don't want to do it. Oh, there is money, don't get me wrong, if you're going to do big stuff where people don't mind paying like 700, 800 quid for something, and then you go for it, don't you? All guns blazing. But like I said, I won't charge more than 55 quid for this when it's done, and I think that's quite cheap for something that's took 3 to 4 hours, including the piece of stone. But anyway, some people will probably still say that's expensive. And then anyway, that's proved my point that people ain't got loads of money to spend on stone and logos. Some people have, because some people probably think, oh well, 55 quid, I'd spend that in pub in 10 minutes. Because I know people who would spend that in the pub in less than 10 minutes. But it's not for people like that. People down London, if you're watching, you'll be on a maximum wage too. It's not for you as well. So, but don't get me wrong, sometimes it comes good and you do make good money. Portraits, I like portraits because people are willing to pay for obviously the loved ones and the pets and stuff like that, and they don't even question price. And then when you've done it, they tell you you've done a great good job, which is even better, innit? It makes your day like. So cheap and cheerful, you've got to be out there. So Peak Hiker, that is who this is for. He's got a Facebook channel. I'm not sure if he's got a YouTube channel. He might as well got a YouTube channel, but be careful, right? Because there is another Peak Hiker out there. There's two of them, and sometimes I comment. The Peak Hiker this is for, it's called Owls. So if you go on Facebook and you put in Owls, I think that's all you've got to put in. Owls Peak Hiker though, it'll get you there. And you'll find Peak Hiker. He's from Derby. I gather this by, he's a Derby fan, because this is the Derby Ram. I think it's a ram. I nearly said bull, Derby bull. But no, I think it's a ram, this one. So that Peak Hiker, go and check his walking channel out. He does some amazing photos. He does. I reckon he's one of the best out there. I think he might have just been in Summit magazine and all. Rambling or Summit magazine or National Geographic, actually I think it might have been. I don't know if he's done that for a laugh, because he's a bit of a laugh, like. Sometimes you don't know if he's being serious or having a joke. So anyway, I hope he likes this. I hope he's watched the video, or this YouTube video, its end, and here's his big mention, sees his masterpiece getting created, because it's his masterpiece. Anyone who says can you do that, it's their masterpiece as well, because I wouldn't do it unless they asked me to. So we're going to start stabbing then, but I'm feeling that comfortable with this Riley and these corners that I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Stop there, because does it stop there? It's always handy sometimes to have a copy as well. But yeah, it does. It goes all the way up to there. It goes all the way. I had to have a little think about that one. Sorry if I bored you while we were thinking about that, but I had to stop because you can't cock on up on this one, can you? Right back in this way now. This is going to go on a time lapse as well on Facebook, so you'll see time lapse speedy version on Facebook. And for anyone who wants to chill out and see how it's done intricately, because they might want to do one themselves. Not to stop you buying these chisels, is there, and trying to knock one of these out yourself. Now what we'll do, right? Where's my Sharpie gone? Oh, that's a sharpening and all, but I'm going to go for this. I think we might be able to do that, look, and do a nice scrape like that, and back scrape. Really gritty. Can you hear it? Hard grit as well. Hear that? No, we'll stop it at that, because mess it up if we try any further. Right. Now we're going to go along this back bit here. Spin it round. We'll go back in for you, make it a bit more interesting, or people can't really see what's going off, can they? They haven't got a clue. We're nearly there, guys, we're nearly there. It's nearly done. It's nearly done. If you'll hang in there, wait be long. Right. I'm going to go in for a stab from this side so I don't lose my corner. Straight in with this big round lip. Widest chisel I've got, but oh, see that? It's an hard bit of grate, and it started sending me chisel over. Always keep your eye on the end of that chisel, so you know where it's going. You know where it's going, because it will go wherever the softest stone is. Softest root, a bit like wood. Chisel try and follow grain a lot of the time, but wood chiseling is totally different to stone chiseling. I can do wood chiseling, but not like I can do stone chiseling, because obviously with stone chiseling you kind of know what to expect from grain, don't you? Whereas with wood chiseling, it's different, isn't it? It's kind of consistent and same a lot, but not like the old stone. And wood rot's done it. So once you've done something in wood, you're just watching it disappear, like, aren't you? And with stone, hopefully, lasts forever, doesn't it? We'll go in there like that, to that way, and like that, so we don't lose that corner when we come down here. We'll link that up from this side, so we don't do that corner either. Always thinking about your corners. Always thinking about them corners. Now this, I'm going to go that way for this one slightly. I could stab it, but it'll crush the gritstone. See that piece there, look, come off. Oh, it's crushed, but anyway. Gritty, very gritty. Right. We've nearly done it, we've nearly worked our way around, haven't we? I knew it wouldn't take too long, this was a nice simple one. I like nice simple logos. Wait till we've got it on stand and lights on it. Be careful here, I've got a nasty bit of stone here, I can feel it peeling away. Nearly there, last touch. I've moved on to this chisel now and it's getting a different finish. So I'm sticking with it. Got feel for it. It's not going where I want it to go, as nice as that other one, but it's sharper on end. So it's cutting through this gritstone better and leaving a nice... Now I am going to stab this bit here or I will lose that corner. Like that, stabbing it. Not chasing, stabbing. So I lost that corner. And most people wouldn't have a clue if that corner is even there or not, but I know it was there. And that's the main thing, isn't it? Now this leg only comes out from here. So we're not going to go any further with that. Right. Let's get it in some shadows now.